Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna be looking at Star Wars The Black Series, Clone Commander Jesse from Star Wars The Clone Wars series. Now, same as we saw in ARC Trooper 5's review, this Clone Commander Jesse figure uses the same body that we saw before with ARC Trooper Echo. The only thing that's different is the head sculpt and the paint applications on his armor. There is an obvious issue on this figure that we used to see on this body mold, and there is another obvious issue that is more of an accuracy problem, because as you guys know, on this figure there is something that is not accurate to how he looked in the show. So without further ado, let's get a closer look at this guy. The head sculpt looks really good. He has no hair, but he has this huge tattoo that goes over his face. The likeness to Tamiro Morrison once again is really nice. It's all painted really well. The eyes look really good. And then, as I said, the rest of the armor is practically the same that we saw before on previous ARC Troopers. You can see that the sculpting details of the jetpack and of the armor, all of it is still here. The paint applications are a bit different than on those previous ARC Troopers. Sculpted details as on this gauntlet here with painted little buttons and everything. It all looks really good. The belt with this comma and the pouches are something that hinders the leg articulation. This is painted differently than other ARC Troopers. You can see a little bit of texture here on these straps, which is great. The shin armor looks different than on other ARC Troopers. Practically all of it, except for the head, is the same figure that we got before, and that is fine. These are all clones from the same army of the Galactic Republic, so they should look the same. And we can compare these three guys, their head sculpts, so that you can see that although they are clones, they do have an individual personality to them, as in the Clone Wars show. We have here our 5's Echo and Jesse, and as you can see, they do look really good standing next to each other. So yeah, I'm satisfied with these head sculpts and how they turned out. Jesse comes with predictable accessories that we always get with these ARC Troopers, and those accessories are his helmet, and the helmet is painted nicely. It has this sign here, but as you know, Jesse didn't have this visor, and a lot of people were angry because of that. This is a piece that can be easily removed. You can see on the inside there is a peg. For me, it's not a big deal, it doesn't bother me that much. All the sculpted details and the paint is done really nicely. There is some paint chipping that Hasbro tends to do from time to time on some of these clone troopers. And then he also comes with these two pistol blasters that we saw before with other ARC Troopers. It's a plain black mold of the plastic. There isn't any weathering on it, any dry brushing, but that's what we expect at this point. His articulation is the same as previous ARC Troopers, and that means that we have a limited range of the movement in his head, because he can look down a little bit, but up practically not at all. And then we get a little bit of side to side, and the head can rotate 360. The arms move out this much and they rotate 360. There is a butterfly joint, single bend in the elbow gives you this much. And then we have the same issue that I talked about before. His right hand has up and down hinge and is molded as a trigger finger, but his left hand hinges in and out and doesn't have the trigger finger. And again, if you want him to use both of his pistol blasters, you will have to make a slice, a cut here between these two fingers for him to be able to hold both blasters. Why would I be in a position to have to cut and practically damage my original figure so that it can be able to use the accessories that it comes with? But for the rest of the body, it has a cut here, so it rotates and it moves side to side. There is almost no crunch forward, a better crunch to the back. His legs move out this much, they move forward this much, back this much. There is a thigh swivel, single bend in the knee that gives you this much, and it rotates. The feet move forward this much, back this much, and there is an ankle pivot, and a peg hole at the bottom of his feet. Let's now compare our clone Commander Jesse with some other figures. Here he is with the Black Series ARC Trooper Echo and ARC Trooper 5s. Here he is with the Black Series Season 7 of the Clone Wars Ahsoka Tano and Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker. Here he is with Bandai model kit Darth Vader with custom soft goods and the SH Figure Arts Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. And finally, here he is with Marvel Legends movie Deadpool and Iron Man. So all in all, this is a great looking figure, another great addition to the Black Series line. We finally have our Clone Commander Jesse in the lineup of these clone figures, and I'm really happy that he is now part of my collection. But what about you guys? Do you like the figure? Do you have it or not? Do you plan on getting him? Let me know down in the comments. Stay tuned for a posing video for this guy, and thank you all for watching, and I'll see ya in the next video.